Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 433. The title of today's lesson is An Answer to Something, Not For Something. So we're going to go over several common mistakes that students may have with, the phrases of answer, answer to, or just answer somebody. So let's look at the note here. All right. The phrase an answer to something is a fixed phrase you cannot use for. Okay, so let's look at some, again, with the X's, that's a mistake, and with the check, that would be correct. So here's the first one. They still have not figured out an answer for the budget. No, you shouldn't be saying this. You should say, they still have not figured out an answer to the budget. Okay, this is one that even a native speaker might make. All right, let's continue. They are trying to find an answer for the healthcare crisis. No, you should be saying they are trying to find an answer to the healthcare crisis. So to is correct here, not for. All right, let's continue. All right, now this is another idea. We use the phrase answer somebody or something directly without to. So this isn't the phrase to answer to something anymore. Now we just answer somebody directly. But sometimes students will add a to this phrase, and that's wrong as well. So let's continue here. So again, with the X, this is wrong. She waited 3 months for the university to answer to her. Now, maybe she sent in, an application to see if she was going to be accepted. And here they say she waited 3 months for the university to answer to her. No, just simply to answer her. So without the to, you don't use the to in this situation. Here you just answer somebody directly, no to. All right, and we have another example like this, very simple. Why don't you answer to her? No, that would definitely be wrong. You should simply say, why don't you answer her? No to is needed here. Okay, good. All right, now here's another exception, though. The only exception is if one is using the idiom to answer to someone, which means one is required to explain one's actions to someone or answer to a particular name. So it has a different meaning here. With the different meaning, then you can say to answer, basically answer to someone. In that sense, as opposed to just answer someone. Okay, so let's just give a few examples. If you mess up that project, you will have to answer to the boss. All right, so this isn't just answer the boss like he just asks you a question. This means that you'll have to explain yourself. You'll have to explain your actions. What did you do? So in this case, to answer to him, especially you have to answer to someone in authority, someone who's above you, and you have to explain what happened. Then you have to answer to him. That's different. Then you say to answer to. But if somebody just asks you a question, or you just answer somebody directly in other situations. All right, here's another example with the answer to. He is required to report an answer to his patrol officer. So this would be like an ex-convict, somebody got out of jail. Maybe he has to report to his patrol officer, I don't know, a couple of times a month or something. So he has to answer to him. He has to explain his actions. Where has he been? What has he been doing? Making sure he didn't get into any trouble. Okay, and the last one here. She legally changed her name and refused to answer to her old name. So this is like to answer to a name. Like somebody may not answer to that name anymore. Or maybe somebody answers to several names. Maybe a woman may answer to her maiden name and her married name. So if you answer to, it means you will respond. So if you can answer to a particular name. All right, that's another way where it's okay to say to answer to. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. If you need some time, just watch this video over a couple of times and maybe you'll get it right. Anyway, I hope it was clear. I hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.